And so the funding that came about to create this kind of like radical, communal art space for the behavioral health spectrum wasn't any kind of like goodwill from the state of Delaware. It actually came as a result of a lawsuit. The U.S. Department of Justice sued the Delaware Psychiatric Center for being out of compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act. There's a lot of practices there that go back to, kind of like one flew over the cuckoo's nest kind of conditions. Restraint and seclusion were heavily used at the hospital, but there's also a violation of the Olmstead Act, which guarantees that you ought to be able to receive your health care services in the least segregated environment. And so legalese for don't warehouse people. And so the mental health kind of recovery movement, throughout its like 50-year history almost, there's these interesting collusions between the left and the right, where both the left and the right can agree that state hospitals are no place for people to be long-term. And so oftentimes they'll come together on agreements to get people out of the hospital for completely different reasons. And because that fiscal argument will win out, there's often very little resources in the community dealing with transitions. So over the past few decades, the notion of peer-run and operated drop-in spaces has been kind of a part of a system of community integration. To have these centers that would be run by people who identify as being in recovery.